What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dalvo, and I'm back with another video. This will be the very first episode of Ask Dalvo, and in all of my Ask Dalvo videos, I will be reading off a situation that my followers or subscribers have been through or are currently going through, and I will be saying what I would do if I were put in a situation, or if I was in that situation, or just try to give my best pieces of advice to you. And again, this is not saying that my way is the right way. It's just getting a different perspective from it, and it's also just getting words from a wise young man myself. So. But yeah, no, for real, it's pretty much be saying what I would do if I was put in a situation and things of that nature. So I did one post so far on Instagram. I had people send in their situations, what they're going through, what they've been through, whatever. And I will say how I react in the situation. In today's video, before I get into today's video, I hope everybody's been safe. We over a year of COVID now, so I know it's been rough. The world just don't seem the same no more. I'm tired of masks. I'm tired of just everything, restrictions, this, that, and the third. I'm tired of it. But I hope you watching this staying safe. I hope everyone's staying safe to that matter. Again, all my viewers, I appreciate you guys for watching, for sticking with me through the ups, through the downs, through the posting, through the non-posting. And I really appreciate you guys. I just want you to know that.
But now I'm back. I think you ease my mind, I love you for that. I think you ease my mind, and I love you for that.
In today's video, it's a pretty straightforward topic. I chose this one to be my very first one because a lot of people can relate to it as well. Dealing with family backlash from coming out as gay. That's an extremely big topic, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to it. Unless you just have the family that's just like, be gay, be happy, that's just accepting. So if you got one of those type of families, then kudos to you. That's amazing. If you got like a Dwayne Wade type of father, kudos to you. Like, you're blessed, to say the least, okay? Because everybody don't have it. And in fact, a majority of people don't have that support system. And it's hard. And it's extremely hard to be a gay or bisexual or any category in the LGBTQ plus. So I'm just saying, like, it's not easy. I always say that, dating back to like when people say, when you got your straight people or your Christians that want to be like, oh, it's a choice. Like, yeah, we will really sit here and choose a lifestyle that's dramatically more hard and difficult to have than to just choose an easy lifestyle and just be straight. I would just choose to be straight. If I had a choice, I would really just choose to be a straight male and not be looked at weird by anyone. Not that I give a fuck, but I'm just saying, like, if I had a choice to not be, you know what I'm saying, I'll choose the easy way. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Some people are just uneducated on the topic. Some people don't want to be educated on the topic. They just feel how they feel, and that's just that. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So basically, dealing with the backlash. I'm going to explain how I've dealt with backlash, and I'm going to explain things I feel like you should do. Even though it's kind of tough saying what you should do because I'm not necessarily in your situation. Who am I to tell you what to do? Because I don't know, your family could react differently than what my family reacts. So it's kind of tough. First of all, we're going to talk about my situation when I came out the closet. One, I was 22 years old. So being 22, I was getting ready to move out of my mom's house already. Everybody's not in that situation. I get people coming to me for advice. They're 16 years old. Sometimes younger, sometimes a little older, but whether you're 16, 17, 18, somewhere in that range, you're still living with your parents, where you're in a situation where they can still kick you out, where you have nothing to go to. Unless you have like one of those cool family members that'll let you in and stuff. But if you're in a position where you don't have a place to go, if that was to happen, if they wasn't to accept you, then I don't think that's a good time to come out. I just genuinely don't. And I know some people deal with coming out differently. Some people feel like it's, weight on their shoulders and things of that nature. I was lucky enough to not really feel that way. I just felt like it was nobody's business. Like, I just kept it, my secrets was my secrets. So the people who came out at a young age, that in their teenage years, that's kudos to you, because it took me a long time to not only build comfort within myself, but to have enough balls to come out. Those were just two different scenarios for me. It was like, one was getting comfortable with myself, comfortable enough to even accept the fact that I like the same sex. Because for one, your whole childhood is spent teaching you that it's not right. So you're looking at yourself like, I'm not normal. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of battling with yourself. You're like, I don't want to be this way. I didn't want to be that way when I was younger. I knew I liked what I liked, but I didn't want to be like that. I thought it was wrong. I thought my mom would hate me. I thought my uncles would hate me. I didn't really have my father in my life, so I wasn't really worried about that. However, I still thought people wouldn't like me. They would view me different. So, and I fear that. And that plays a huge factor. So the second process was actually having the boss to come out. By the time I was graduating high school, I was beginning to get more comfortable within myself. Honestly, it had nothing to do with me coming out. It was just me accepting the fact that I like dudes. So the chances of me talking to a dude and the next day blocking them, those chances got lower. But I remember those days. Not tricky, like messing with DLs or people that's not comfortable with themselves, because it just happens. That's how it is. It's like you're battling with yourself constantly. And that's why I don't really blame nobody in those situations. I know how it is from personal experience. Basically, it took me another 4 years after I was 18 to actually get comfortable enough to actually feel like I was ready to come out. And yes, I was in a relationship at the time, and that definitely helped. But even though I was in a relationship for 2 years prior, but I was with someone who I really felt like I wanted to be with at that time. So I felt like they were worth coming out for, because I'm like, eventually they're gonna find out. I can't just keep this a secret for the rest of my life. It was a process. It took a minute, but I also waited until I was about to move out. So that way, it took so much mentally to get to a stage where I wanted to be before coming out. My first giving was like so low that it was just like, no matter if they love me or not, I'm gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want that real love. So if you don't show me real love, then you weren't with me from the start, because like I am who I always been. I'm still genuinely a good person. That does not change who I am as a person. So if you want to leave me because of this, you can just get to stepping. You feel me? So it took me to get to that point, because that's family. Those are people you grew up around that you love, that love you, or you thought love you. I don't think that that's real love. If they can look at you differently or disown, you don't have to agree. But what you're not gonna sit there and do is try to act like I'm any less of a person. Not your kid anymore, not your nephew anymore, or your cousin anymore, because I like the same sex. Because at the end of the day, mind your own fucking business. Why you worry about what's in my pants and where it goes and where it doesn't go? All that coming out stuff is just a matter of people minding their own business. And I just think that it's easier for them not to mind their business when you're a teenager too. That's why it's harder to come out as a teenager. But I can also understand a lot of people feel like they're in a box and they just want to be themselves and they want to come out. Like I said, I admire everyone that has done that, and I hope that anyone who's planning on coming out soon or just want to come out and be themselves, hope that you can do that without any like backfires or like being disowned or anything. I feel like everybody deserves to be loved, at least by family. If you don't have anyone else, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like your family should be the ones that's gonna be there for you. That's that. So like, dealing with the backlash, I didn't have much backlash when I came out the closet. I will forever be thankful for that. I'm not saying that my mom was like, oh my God, I'm happy for you, I knew it. Like, no, she wasn't. She was asking why didn't I been say something? Like, of course, parents feel like it's their fault. They wish they could have done things differently. My dad wasn't really in my life. You started to question, is that the reason? Like, they have all these reasons bottled up, or what it could have been, or what they could have done, but it's not that. A lot of the times, like, it's not like, oh yeah, you did this wrong, mom, so now that made me gay. Like, you listen to Keisha Cole around me, so now I want to listen to Keisha Cole and I'm gay. Like, it doesn't work. It's not that simple. Like, I can understand some people are like surrounded by females or something, and they can pick up the tendencies. I kind of understand that, but I'm just saying, like, that wasn't in my case. That I'm only speaking for myself. That was not the case. You know what I'm saying? I still had 3 uncles, even though my dad wasn't there, that were extremely masculine, and that, I was around a hell of a lot. And like, they weren't in the household, but I did have a stepdad in the household regardless. That was a very masculine man and figure. Even though I don't mess with dog, but like, he still was that figure there. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's tough for them. I'm not saying they were hella supportive, but my grandma, I remember almost falling out with her because she thought I was a follower. She thought I was just basically following social media trends or something. And it hurt my heart, honestly. Backlash wise, that's something I had to deal with. That was my grandmother. I mean, when I walked in her house for the first time, that she knew, and she wouldn't hug me, and she was saying I was a follower and this, that, and the third, and she pretty much was looking at me different. That hurt my heart. Like, how did I deal with that? Honestly, I had already got to a point where I'm like, listen, I'm willing to cut off anyone, no matter the relation, because you're gonna feel worse about it than me. I do care about my family, but if my mom was to cut me off or whatever, like, I'm your kid. Look, I didn't ask to be here. So you're gonna like feel it more than me eventually. Like, I'm gonna feel it because I'm like, damn, I'm gonna feel hurt, like, that you could just do that to me. But if you have any type of real love for me, you're gonna feel that. Like, you're gonna feel the hurt of distancing yourself from me instead of just wanting to see me happy as your child. You don't have to agree. Once again, I don't ask my mom or my family to agree with me. I don't even ask I don't even want to care to bring it around them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just want them to. I want them to genuinely want to see me happy, no matter what it is. If I wanted to wear a wig, if I wanted to wear, like, if I wanted to be with a guy, a girl, if I wanted kids, or if I didn't want kids, like, I want you to support me and just want to see me happy because I want the same for y'all. I want to see y'all happy. I don't care if you have 3 baby mamas, or if you don't go to church every Sunday, or if you struggling with your bills, or if you got hella money. Like, I just want to see you happy. Like, I just really want to see you happy. I just, like, my mom, I want to see her happy. I don't care if she's married or she's dating a couple people, a new person. I want someone to make you happy. That's it. I don't. So yeah, that's that. And how I really dealt with it, like I said, it did affect me. Even though I can get into this, like, oh, I don't care that much because it's not real love. It did affect me. And then, like, pretty much she came back around. Once again, though, she came back around. She apologized, actually, surprisingly, because it's not easy for people that think one way, that are closed minded. They have a tendency to, they're stuck in their thoughts. So it's like, it was hard. She apologized, and then we've been better ever since. And it's weird because, like, now my family is like, it's almost like they say I love you more now to me than they ever did, type of thing. And it's like, I think they're now, over time, they're realizing that I'm still the same Dalvin that I was, like, before they knew anything. Like, they see nothing has changed. Everybody's case is different. Some people do change. Some people come out and they're able to, like, be who they truly want to be. Went from being kind of masculine to, like, more feminine and actually being themselves, which is okay. That's who they truly want to be. Families aren't ready for that. You know what I'm saying? That's a different type of level, and they kind of distance themselves from that. Regardless, I feel like you should love yourself and do what makes you happy. Everybody's not gonna like it. People like what they like, guys. Like, everybody's not gonna like it. So find you someone who do, or find you, first of all, build self-love. You gotta love yourself because you came in the world alone. You have to have a significant amount of love for yourself. I can't explain it enough. You have to love yourself, guys. That's just the bottom line. When dealing with the backlash, you have to be prepared to lose everything, everyone, type thing. Like, friends who you thought were your friends, family who you thought was family, close people. Sometimes, like, and you know, and sometimes you gonna have those few family members that are really cool and understand and that stay by your side. You gonna pay attention. Just pay attention to who really stay by your side. That's what I got for you as far as dealing with the backlash. I kind of just ran through my situation and a few hinders on what to do. And like I said, developing that self-love is extremely important because you may feel like you have no one. Try to pay attention, see who switches up on you. Along with the loving yourself, stay strong, keep your head up high, and just try to make the best out of your life and your situation. I know some situations can get abusive, disowning, abusive. I hope nobody has to deal with that. I don't wish that upon nobody. And if you feel like that would be your situation, I would highly recommend waiting on coming out until you're 18 and can do for yourself, maybe, or whenever you can do for yourself, and move out and just be yourself and live your life, because sometimes it's just not worth it. It's not worth going through the stress each and every day. And that's how people become suicidal. And that's not what we want, because you shouldn't have to become suicidal from wanting to live your truth. Again, I hope this video helped to the person who did send me this topic. Thanks for watching. Keep your head high. I love seeing people happy. I love seeing people be comfortable in their own skin. And I just love, like, anything positive like that. Thanks for sending me the topic, and I hope you enjoy your day. I wish the best of luck to you in the future. I wish the best of luck to anybody dealing with coming out and thinking about coming out, and who just recently came out and they're dealing with family issues. Keep your head high, stay strong, don't give up. Better days are coming. Love you guys. It's your boy Dalvo. Thanks for watching. More videos on the way.
I could've shown you the way I was hoping you find. I could've shown you the way I was hoping you find.